Hi everybody, I hope you can hear us okay. My name's Rosemarie North. I'm with the Federation, International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, and I'm here with my marvelous colleague Aulia Arriani from the
Hi.
Palang Merah Indonesia.
Hello, my name is Aulia Arriani, and nice meeting you all here with the very great technology.
We've been working together in Indonesia because something quite awful happened about 4 days ago. Do you want to tell people what that was? And then we will take your questions.
Should I?
Yeah.
See, no, okay.
Go ahead and
Okay,
just yeah.
Well, it's been a very busy end of the year for us for the PMI here because we suffer, as you know, that we suffer the earthquake in Lombok, and then the earthquake and tsunami in Palu, at Sulawesi, and also the tragedy of the Lion Air, the airplane, and now again the disaster hit Indonesia in Banten province. And it's been a really crazy, heavy, loaded work for us, but that's what the Red Cross do. We need to be here. We need to be at the disaster location, the affected area, and help the beneficiary, all the people that we can save.
Yeah. So let me just click on that. Aulia, about 4 days ago, late on Saturday night, something quite dreadful happened on the coastline close to here. Can you just describe what that was for people who haven't caught up with that?
Okay, so I heard the news on Saturday night, and I saw in the news a big waves coming to the community in the shoreline who lives nearby at the beach, and it said the big wave, but the next morning I read on the news it was tsunami. So it's been quite shocking for me too, and I heard that, and I saw some of the people there already in Banten, and it was quite shocking for the people because the tsunami is coming there. It was coming very suddenly, and nobody knows about it. There is no early warning system. They didn't hear any siren or anything, any sound, and it was like it was holiday because it's Christmas Day and almost end of the year. A lot of tourists coming from Banten and also coming from Jakarta.
And I gotta say, it's a very beautiful coastline, isn't it? It's really peaceful. It looks really peaceful.
It's a tourism area.
There's beautiful palm trees, lovely beaches, lovely restaurants outside, and I just imagine that at 9:30 at night on a Saturday night, people were outside eating beautiful Indonesian food, nasi goreng,
and they're having a family gathering. A concert was there, and we lost one of the artists, from a big artist in Indonesia, and now we have like 430 people had died caused by the tsunami.
Yeah. It's been a terrible, terrible tragedy. There were people who managed to save their lives, grab their kids and run for the hills. And since Saturday night, in fact, immediately, even before the tsunami hit, actually, the Palang Merah Indonesia, the Indonesian Red Cross, was in action.
Yes, we were there. We were there when the tsunami hit. So
but before that, there was a warning, right? There was a warning in Lampung.
There was a warning in Lampung, but not in Banten area, in that tourism area.
Yeah.
And at that moment, after the tsunami, so our volunteers were there helping people that need affected by the tsunami. And right now, actually, this is the 4th days after the disaster.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they still afraid to come back to their houses because we still have warning from the local authority. Actually, today, when we were in the coastline, one army came to us and told us, and we were at the beach. We were talking with the
We
NBC.
weren't there for having fun. We went to see what the volunteers were doing.
Yes, and then we met the journalists, and then we were about to have the interview, and then an army came to us, an army, and told us, you need to stay away from the beach because we have a warning since last night that the big wave, the high tide still might coming to this area.
Yeah.
And also the eruption, the volcano. It say that the volcano might have another landslide and probably could cause another tsunami.
There's a lot going on here. And can we add one more disaster into this mix? Because people call Indonesia the supermarket of disasters.
It's laboratorium right now. Because we need it's laboratorium because we need to fix the affected, we need to do something with the disaster.
So you're having them or what?
Yeah, the laboratorium means that we're not only affected by the disaster, but we want to work it out with this disaster. We want to help people.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're So, but today for the last few days, there's been extremely heavy rain, and so we were caught in the flood as well.
we were at the Labuan area. It's in Pandeglang district, and we were driving together with my team, and then suddenly there was a flooding, a 1 meter flooding, and then
And it was the color of kind of milk coffee.
Yeah, but it's not a milk coffee anyway. Milk coffee
Did you try?
No. So it's another disaster for us. I mean,
so the thing is that from about 2 days ago, these floodwaters started rising, and they flooded some people's homes. And this whole area is really low-lying. And part of its beauty is the rice paddies, and I suspect the water table is really high. And then, so then you have the tsunami sloshing water over the land. You have the debris from the tsunami clogging up the drainage channels. Maybe you have some of the drainage channels being damaged. And then when the rain falls, it can't go anywhere. So from about 2 days ago, people started evacuating from their homes.
Yes. Now we have people live in a shelter caused by the tsunami, the people caused by the tsunami, and now people caused by the flood.
Yeah.
And they are together in one shelter. We were there before, and we saw this cute 22 days old baby, a very nice, a very looking good, cute baby, and he was sleeping and nothing about the disaster.
Really peacefully, had no idea that 2 major disasters had happened in his short life.
Yes. So a big day for us.
But the Palang Merah Indonesia, and for people who are just joining us, welcome. We're talking about Indonesia and the laboratorium of disasters, and fortunately the fantastic teams of the Palang Merah Indonesia, the Indonesian Red Cross. So what are they doing at the moment, your teams? What are they up to?
Yeah, so at first after the tsunami hit, we were doing the search and rescue together with the army, together with the other NGO, the institution NGO. And now we're focusing on giving the relief distribution, and also give them the water. We now mobilize 14 water truck in Banten province and also in Lampung. And we mobilize the water truck into the shelter area and also to the houses that people there. And we also doing this the RFL, reunification family link. Sorry, my mistake. So a lot of requests coming from people inside Banten and outside Banten. They want PMI to help to search their family members. So it's a lot.
Yeah, yesterday we heard there were 42 people looking for missing family members, didn't we?
Yes.
And so what will PMI do with those requests?
So we data all the names, and then after that we do the search. We go to the hospital, we go to the address, the last address that the missing people were there, and then we are going to match the list, the names of the list that we have and the hospital have, the health facility, and try to search the missing people.
And that's all to kind of reunify families.
Yes.
And the Indonesian Red Cross will do that with partners from all around the world. So if you're watching this and you're from Canada, because we had a Canadian lady contact us.
Yes, email us to find their son.
Yeah.
But their son in Bali, not in
She
Banten.
wasn't really sure though, and young backpackers do move.
Yes. But I think it was a happy ending.
It was a very happy ending. They met up again, or that she got contact with them. But if you're in another country and you or you're Indonesian and you have a loved one who was caught up in this and you haven't been able to contact them, you can get in touch with your local Red Cross and Red Crescent, and you can put in a tracing request, and then your people will help.
Yeah, and also we have a request from overseas that some people from overseas, they want to help PMI here. They want to be the volunteer here. and I just have 4 emails of them from Brazil, from the Vietnam, and I cannot remember the 2 of them, but they say, can we help?
People are so kind.
Yeah.
They see this in the news and they think, I really want to help. So what do you say to those people, Aulia?
So I said that thank you for the help, thank you for all the concern.
Yeah.
But right now we have our volunteers coming from Banten, coming from Lampung, and also from the neighboring provinces helping us here. So I think we're going to give them a chance, to work, help in Banten and Lampung.
Yeah. So you have very experienced volunteers because you are such a country that's so rich in disasters.
Yes. So it's a good thing that, it's a bad thing, to have a lot of disaster, but it's a good thing for us because we can learn more.
Yeah.
We can work maybe better, to help people.
And today is quite a special day. It's the exact day when 14 years ago, on the 26th of December 2004, the Indian Ocean tsunami struck. And of course, that was especially terrible for Aceh in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And that is one of the times when the humanitarian community and governments and all the emergency responders learned a lot, didn't we?
I think when the people hear about the word of tsunami, they will think about what happened in Aceh 2004, and also now we have a tsunami, the last tsunami in Palu. They think about Palu also. So the word of tsunami is a very heavy word, and it's very devastated word, I think. So it's really bad, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because it has such serious consequences for people, we've learned a lot about how to respond, right? And that's one of the reasons the Indonesian Red Cross concentrates on water, healthcare, the immediate survival, and we know that people are very scared and jittery and they move away from the coastline, especially in the first few days, right?
Yes, and now main focus is to distribute reliefs to them because they're now still living in some evacuation area, in a shelter area, and now still heavy rain here in Banten and probably also in Lampung. So people, they just sleep probably in some bad buildings, somewhere in neighborhood houses without any blankets and mattress, and that's what they need right now.
Yeah.
Food, water, and also blankets,
Yeah.
because it's getting cold during this weather.
Yeah. And so we're actually, when you speak about supplies, we're in a particular location, aren't we?
Yes. We're at the houses, our regional warehouse here in Banten. So we have our warehouse. All the reliefs go to Banten, and in Lampung, it's coming from here. So as you can see, probably you can see or not, but we have a lot of reliefs here, and they're starting to go out to the people affected by the tsunami.
And sometimes people ask, well, Indonesia has had all these terrible disasters. Do you have enough stocks? What do you say to them?
Well, for Java area, I think the stock is fine, especially here in Banten. But with all this disaster, we need to give all these reliefs to the people. And sometimes the warehouse gets empty without nothing. So we need to, get in all the relief. We need to, buy some stuff and reliefs again. Replenish.
Yeah. And so, was it yesterday or the day before, actually? So the Palang Merah Indonesia is part of this big family of Red Cross and Red Crescent societies all around the world. And when we see that one of our members is in trouble, then we can all help. So a couple of days ago, it was announced that we were going to give you a financial injection to replenish all those stocks. By the way, I hope you can hear us. It's become really noisy outside.
Yeah, it's because it's praying time.
Yeah,
almost.
Bad timing. Hey, so we just had a question, and thank you so much. The question was, have you had any do you know of any volunteers who they themselves were affected by the tsunami?
I haven't have that kind of information, but yeah, because we work in this separate places now. All our volunteers on the ground, and I'm in there and somewhere. So
yeah,
I still don't have any.
We do know that this is an area with a lot of holiday houses, and and happy memories. And what are you saying? Oh, clear and loud enough. Good. Oh, have I done something bad to the screen now? Is it on the side? I hope not. I really hope not.
It's upside down now. Okay.
So we know that people have quite close connections. Quite close connections with this coastline, right? I do have a very bad feeling that we have now moved the screen the wrong way round. I would love someone to send us a note saying if it's all right or not. But anyway, we'll just keep talking, huh? And we just keep an eye on the screen.
Is it okay with the picture? You think we should press this? No?
I think that would turn the screen around another way.
Oh no, it looks
it
looks
looks
fine.
Oh, good. We'll just continue. What's that? It's the right way round. Thank you so much, team. We really appreciate your support.
Okay.
And we really appreciate all the best good wishes coming in. We've seen them from Oz, must be Australia, thanks mate, Greece, many other countries, Helsinki, and everywhere else. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think we've pretty much covered the things that we wanted to say. Is there anything else? We really appreciate the support from around the world and the fact that people care so much, and they've been contacting us on social media, by email, and that the media interest has been so high.
Yeah, we have a lot of attention from the foreign media and also national. So we're very busy to publish all the information, you know.
But it's really a privilege to see the Palang Merah Indonesia in action, to see the well-oiled machine, thanks to all those disasters, thanks to all that practice. It's really cool.
Just pray for us that we can do better. We can save more people. Our volunteers on the ground. So I hope they're all fine, because now the situation here, we still have a heavy rain. We still have a probably warning that the high tide still coming and the eruption. And just this morning, we have a press conference by the meteorological agency. It says that the volcano, the Krakatoa, is probably still the landslide is still coming. And if it's coming, then probably another tsunami. But I hope not. It's not happening, I hope.
So that's a really good question. If you're in a location here that is prone to tsunamis and floods and other things, how can people prepare, Aulia?
It's a very hard question. So I think we need to educate more people, to realize, to know that they live in a disaster area, and we need to help people, to spread the information, how to handle, what to do when the tsunami coming, what to do when there's a big high tide, and what to do when the heavy rain is coming, when it's flooding and everything. So the volunteers in Banten province, where we are now, they've been doing that, right? Yes, we spread all the information about the disaster, because this is the affected. This is the disaster area.
Yeah.
We have a volcano here. We have a flood here. And now tsunami.
Yeah. And I think exactly 2 months ago, the volunteers did community-based training. So that means that people in the community became aware what does it look like when a tsunami is coming. So you might see the ocean being sucked out. There might be an earthquake beforehand, but maybe not. If you see the water being sucked out, do not hang around. Grab your kids and go to higher grounds, right?
Yeah. That's the good information. And you need to spread out, And of course, with the technology, the early warning system, it should be, working. Because without any warning, people don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, early warnings are great. I come from New Zealand, and I used to live in a place where there was a trench just off the coastline.
IFRC here in Jakarta. But we have information, we have a phone call, we have an email from the Chinese Red Cross that they want to know what happened.